Now, to make matters easier, I've taken the next item out of its box to save me a little bit of time in recording. The blade behind the Damascus folder is the Anglo Arms outdoor knife. A pretty chintzy little sheath it comes with, but it is very, very functional, surprisingly enough. The sheath is a composite of PU leather and ballistic nylon. It has a significantly large belt loop, which I would believe you could fit up to a 3-inch gun belt through. Let me just put my hand behind it there so you get a bit of focus. There we go. Yeah, so I believe this could handle up to a 3-inch gun belt, maybe 2-inch. It is a bit of a chintzy sheath, but in design, materials, it's chintzy. I'm just going to say that. It's pretty crappy at materials wise. PU leather and the nylon combination I don't think works. The nylon is, however, good quality. It's just the PU leather that I have the problem with, because I've had bad experience with that material in the past. However, if they upgraded the materials used, so they still use the ballistic nylon, but instead of using PU leather, used proper leather, real leather, then this would be a brilliant sheath, and I think Schrade could actually take note from this design. It's simple, and I think the only improvement need to be made is to replace this PU leather crap with real leather, and maybe increase the height of the front pouch so it can fit a full-size ferro rod instead of mini, and so you have more space for your emergency whistle, which also comes with this knife. Now, the ferro rod, in my opinion, is a little bit undersized. It is smaller than my Exotac Poly Striker. The cord on it is not paracord, which does not please me. It's just some cheap nylon cord, like a fucking really crappy pair of bootlaces, to be honest. I've got the folding knife out for scale, so you can actually see how small the ferro rod is. And then also in the sheath we have a little emergency whistle. Don't know if it's going to be very effective or not, don't know how loud it's going to be, so ooh, pretty effective, pretty loud. Small little whistle, but damn. Ooh. Note to self, do not do that inside again. That is a good whistle for how cheap this knife is. And I really think they should be listing this as a kit, not just an outdoor knife. So that's the accessories that come with it. The mini ferro rod and a signal whistle. Oh, Jesus Christ, that thing's loud. So let's get onto the knife itself. Got a little cross-draw strap here to stop the knife coming out. There is no rattle in the sheath with the knife, or very little rattle. Let's just pop that, get the knife out. Oh shit, that went too far, Get the sheath back in frame. There we go. So let's zoom out again. This is the knife itself. I'm unsure as to what the handle material is, whether it's G10 or micarta. Looks like it could be micarta, but I wouldn't like to stake my reputation on that because I've no experience with micarta. I've never had a knife that features it, so if this is micarta, it's a first for me because it'll be a material that I've not had before. The blade is a typical bushcraft shape. Let's see if we can get the blade to focus here. Sorry, get the camera to focus on the blade even. There we go, there's the blade. Has jimping on the spine. Focus please, there we go, jimping on the spine. It's aggressive, but it's not too aggressive. It does hurt the thumb a little bit, but yeah, it's serviceable jimping. But the thing that I like is the notch. Now, this ferro rod doesn't come with a striker. But that doesn't matter, because the knife has one built in. And the built-in striker is actually pretty good. Let me just wipe the residue off the blade. Did I use a fresh side of the ferro rod there? Nope. Used the side I struck first. So, yeah. The ferro rod is usable. The blade has a nice notch which will also serve if you're using a full-size ferro rod. Sharp 90-degree spine, so even if you don't choose not to use the... actually no, it starts to round out about an inch away from this cutout here. It does have a sharpening choil, so the edge goes all the way to the end. There's your choil there. And the steel, according to many of the sites I've seen selling this knife, is 440 stainless. I'm not too sure about that because the steel's not marked on the blade, so you just have to kind of take their word at it. Could be 440, but it's more than likely going to be a high carbon. A slight hollow grind, but yeah, good knife. As I said, I would like to see the sheath improved because the PU leather is just not going to hold up in cold weather. The nylon might. Over long-term use, I don't know how well the sheath is going to hold up, but design-wise, it's okay. As I said, it's just the materials that let it down. So, there for a size scale again. I think you'll find that the outdoor knife is about a 5-inch blade. Maybe 5 inches. I'm not too sure on that off the top of my head. But yeah, the whistle and the ferro rod, although they look pretty cheap and nasty, are actually very functional. Sheath again is functional but cheap looking. So, my honest opinion on this knife, and I hate to say this because I didn't think I was going to like it, is if you want to buy it, I recommend it. It's a cheap knife. Easily within everyone's budget. It's not going to be as good as, say, a Mora, for instance, but your sheath option's better. It's probably going to be a little more awkward to sharpen, going to require a little more maintenance than a Mora, but given as a Mora as a Scandi grind, and this is a shallow hollow grind. But yeah, it's a pretty good knife. And to Sam at UK Crossbows, who sent me this knife for review, thanks, because it's going to come in handy. I mean, I wasn't expecting to like this knife when I saw it on your website, but yeah, pretty good knife. Anyway, that's all for now, and remember, be good to each other.